But yeah, this first one, I don't know what to think. It's 387 Star Citizen videos later. This is from Ali 43, and I wonder if it's like I never watched it on stream, but I watched because I love the guy first off, and second, I love thinking about content creation. I don't do a good enough job of it, doing it myself, but I love thinking about it. And the his discussion on where he wanted to go with like a bunch of different channels and all these stuff a while back. I wonder what he's up to and if everything's going well for him and stuff like that. I haven't caught a video of his in a little while. So 387 Star System videos later, is he quitting? What is this? So let's see. Let me make sure it's unmuted, and it is.
You know, it's brilliant, isn't it? Being able to just record a video, edit it, and watch it back and go, you know, everyone that watches this video is going to... Oh, no, I screwed up my microphone mid-recording. Everyone who watches this video is going to think I'm complaining or moaning or just out of touch or just completely just off their head, mate.
I think it's very obvious what's going on here, but we'll let him talk. It's... I'll just say it actually before we start. How do you make consistent content in the current landscape of Star Citizen today? It's very difficult. It's very difficult, right? Unless you're doing, like I think the best content, and I don't know how to say this without sounding rude towards them, because I don't intend that whatsoever, because I watch it. It's really enjoyable. And I think it's like the testers, the guys who go in and say, this is the thing that changed. So like, yeah, I think that's kind of what I think is the current content right now. Because that's all that's really happening is like, CIG did a hotfix for this. Did it work? CIG did a bug fix for this. Did it work? Because even Hathor kind of gets spoiled throughout the PTU. Everything gets spoiled throughout the PTU for you. I mean, what's coming in 4.1.1 is not exciting at all from what I can see. And yeah, we'll see. But
to be British
for a moment, for me. How is it for you?
I really want to get something across to you guys, and it's really hard to do as someone like myself who's been doing it for 10 years, content creation, and not sound like a whiny little, you know. And I don't want to come across that way,
like me. But sometimes you have to come across that way, and I'm more than sometimes. But sometimes you just have to say it like it is, and it is what it is.
Just so you know, I don't want to sit here and complain and moan, and then you guys sit there going, "Oh man, Ollie's so like he's complaining about what? What? Why are you moan?" Is how I envision. Like I was watching the video, and I was going, everyone's just going to sit there and go, "Why is he moaning again?" I'm lost. And the crux of this video that I'm trying to get across, and I'm only going to do this once more, because if I do this again and like, and I still think that I'm just not going to upload it, is I'm kind of done really with the whole uploading Star Citizen only Star Citizen for Star Citizen's sake. You know, I've been away for like 11 days, and it's given me like great space and perspective.
Yeah, there's other good video games.
What it's given me is the awareness that actually sometimes I walk in here in a beautiful, secluded, perfectly sound treated and visually appealing office to play video games for a living. And sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to come in here. I'd rather cut the grass, man. And the reason why I like rethink this and I really wanted to redo it is because I'm like, everyone who watches this video, or most people that watch this video, either go to work or in full-time education, are probably feeling like, dude, that's just having a job, you know?
Yeah, but it's not. So what a lot of people don't understand is that this job, and he streams too, and that's probably where his state, I think I warned him about this in our podcast, is streaming is a giant waste of time. It's the best thing in the world. But streaming is incredibly time consuming. So if he was doing YouTube as a job and then injected streaming into it, I did streaming first and then started doing YouTube on the side and still kind of do it that way. I really want to make YouTube more my forefront and do it more. But because I love streaming so much, this is why I've done kind of the react videos or the, oh, this is what happened to me while I was playing video. And it's just taking one of my streams and turning it into a YouTube video. And I think I have one that might be good. I looked back at it yesterday and it was me doing some solo Hathor stuff and it was pretty fun. But in reality, I looked back and it was like, was that really entertaining? I don't know. The chat seemed entertained, so maybe the YouTube channel would be. So let me know if you guys want to see that next, and I'll work on it maybe over the weekend. But it's a lot of time. So I wake up at 5 a.m., and the first thing I do is, look at what did I miss as far as Star Citizen stuff over the last night? What happened in the Evo test after I went to bed? And then I make breakfast. And then I start the stream, and then I'm grabbing, oh, am I going to watch any videos today? Am I going to look at any Spectrum posts? So I start looking around at stuff like that. And then, bam, I stream for somewhere between usually around 4 to 6 hours. And now it's noon. It's time to eat lunch. I eat lunch. I play with the dog. I train the dog. And then I come back. At what point do I spend time with my wife? I'm already going from 5 until noon at this point. So that's almost an entire workday, right? So now I have to edit, post, make thumbnails, things like that. I am constantly working on Week in Review, if you guys are familiar with that video. If you don't know who this guy is, this is Ollie43. He makes YouTube videos. He's got 2 million subs. He came from, I believe it was GTA, and then started making content for Star Citizen and has made 387 videos since he's done that. So that's another hour or so. So now I'm close to 8 hours. But then my wife goes to bed. And then it's another 4 hours on Week in Review stuff. It's another, Evo, especially when Evo, I can't stream it. Then it's Evo testing, right? So it's a 10 to 12 hour day. So to say you're not relatable and then be working 12 hours and probably working 16 in your brain the whole time, you're not relatable. But you're not relatable in a different way than you actually think. There's a lot going on there. None of you care about this stuff, and I totally understand that. But I want you to understand that if you're streaming and making YouTube videos, they're probably working, and put quotations around that, a lot more hours than the average 9 to 5 person. But I know these days, a lot of people have 2 jobs. A lot of people are working more than 8 hours. So, yeah.
And I'm not saying I deserve a job that I love and I look forward to coming in the morning and I'm happy to do. Sure, that's nice, right? But my point is, it's very hard. and I please beg you to be open-minded to maybe understand if you don't already. It's very hard to come in and be captivating, entertaining, and engaging and enthusiastic when actually you're none of those things, And
so be yourself. Fuck me, man. That's the I don't struggle with that. What I struggle with is exactly sort of what he's saying, is being good. Being good. And the difference with me is I'm just like, man, I don't want to play this game. This game sucks. And that's pretty much where it stops for me. When I go live, I'm not being anyone other than myself. I know some idiots in the comments, and you're literally idiots in the comments, think otherwise, but I have literally been myself from day one on this channel, and it is so easy. Now, I had a really nice conversation with Ollie about this topic specifically on the Answer the Call podcast a long time ago. And it was as simple as this. He's not pretending. He's not acting. He just knows what is good content. And good content and engaging content is happy. Like this, and again, you people on the internet have no understanding whatsoever. Is you think I'm negative because it gets views. This gets views. Being happy, being engaging, having a place that people want to go to every single day, having fun, that's what gets views consistently. You might post one video that's ridiculous and angry or whatever, and people engage with that and get angry about that in the moment, and the YouTube algorithm grabs it and is like, oh, people are engaging with this. Maybe I should push it more. But every single day, this guy put out really good, engaging content that other people wanted to engage with. And that's hard to do in a game like this. That's really hard to do. And that's why, guys, I have 15 or 20 YouTube videos that I started and didn't make. I set out and told you guys that I was going to make all these YouTube videos this year and I was going to do all these things. And I set out to do that. And I never finished because I wasn't happy with them. And I thought that they were shit. And I thought that they were boring, or I wasn't providing any value or whatever. And it was stupid. And I think that's more what he's going through than anything, probably.
And I pride myself on authenticity. I pride myself on being real, and showing you what I genuinely love. Sure, I could turn up to a job, and let me just cook on this. I could turn up to a job that
videos I wanted to make, I didn't make
I'm
them.
paid for, and it's fine. I could do that. I wouldn't mind. I would hate it, but hey, I'm paid, so that's fine. But with this,
part of me would love to go back to a normal 9 to 5 because it's so structured. It's like I go in at this time and I leave at that time. Like that's the part that's actually hard about being a content creator, is turning off. It's impossible for me.
This job, I actually can't do it very well when I'm not happy and engaged. It's like a component. You know, if you are a gardener and you have gardening shoes, it's like me turning up with flip-flops. Like, yes, I can still do some gardening, but it's not ideal. So, yeah, that's the point I wanted to make without sounding like a moany,
it makes sense,
entitled content creator, you know.
I don't even think it's Moni entitled or anything. I think he's just telling his audience, I haven't been here for 11 days, and here's why.
And the reason why I was thinking about this, I'll show you something. It's really cringy, so please don't, judge me. This is a video, and I kid you not, you are not ready for this, by the way. If you did not watch this 8 years ago, you're not ready to watch this now. So this was, the reason why this came up is I was watching the Switch 2 unveiling. Tariffs, what? $80 video games, what? Anyway, that's a different video. I was watching the press conference, which I love to do. A little side thing about me, if you didn't know. I love a good press conference. Anyway.
Okay.
It made me think of when I made this 8 years ago. This is my video, okay? I'm going to play it for a moment. Please.
I'm sorry. That, as an American, that was probably the most British thing I've ever heard in my entire life. One thing you don't know about me is I love a good press conference. I don't know why. That just sounds like the most British thing in the world. I don't know if it is or if it isn't, but just as someone on the outside, okay.
No judgment, okay? This was me 8 years ago.
I love a good lecture.
And there's something about, and this is what the whole point of me bringing this up. There's something about this video that I realized watching the Switch 2 announcement, I thought back on and was like, that's what I'm missing. And I'll explain in a moment. But this is
the shit about not turning off. It's like, oh, views are down. It must be because of me. Like, I don't know if his views are down or not, but I feel like I'm it's a probably correct assumption, is there's nothing interesting in Star Citizen. You're making Star Citizen videos. Nobody cares. That's basically what's happening right now. Nobody cares because there's nothing to care about, right? This isn't some big unveiling at CitizenCon with all the cool new stuff that's going to happen. It's literally just missions, right? In a lot of ways. And it's kill quests and things like that. Wicklow has been cool, but I don't know how many people Ollie plays with, but I don't know how easy it would be for him to engage in that content. So maybe it's been hard on that front too. And yeah. So I don't know. What kind of dog do I have? She's a mix. We rescued her. She's sleeping. She's a German Shepherd pit bull mix, basically. She's like 80% that, and then 20% half and half, basically 10 and 10, husky and Rottweiler. But yeah, I honestly, I don't think there's been that much to sink your teeth into. You don't really sink your teeth into the Sandbox Hathor stuff. You play it, but it doesn't have a ton of depth. It's pretty simple when you think about it, right? It's very cool. It has a lot of potential. I think people are pretty bummed that the only place that you get Karenite is there. And I think that's the difference between, like, okay, dropping Hathor, which is awesome. I don't want to take away from how cool it is, to let's use another example of dropping salvage, exploration, a new location, like a new moon or something, or a new star system, or contested zones, where it's a lot deeper. Rigger Bloodmoon, thank you so much for the raid. Yeah, so that's more what I'm talking about. It's quite difficult. Like, if they dropped base building, he wouldn't be having this conversation, right? He would not be having this conversation. He would be making daily videos, building up his base, making it cooler, right? Like, none of that would be a thing. But how many times can you go to Hathor and die and have it be interesting? It just isn't, right? It just isn't. So yeah, it's not interesting as video content could be. So and that's like when I watched my video back, it was kind of like, do I post this or not? I'm always talking myself out of posting. I need to talk myself into it.
Just watch this. This is more for you than to make my point. But
the Nintendo Switch is finally
so
here,
young.
ladies and gentlemen. I've got one in the house in this strange unboxing video. We're going to be doing a bit of a giveaway. I've got a mega unboxing. Before I get into the
it's an unboxing video, okay, with two camera angles. And I kid you not, let me just go to the end here where it's like everything piled up. Is there a point where everything's there?
I like bearded Ollie better, for sure.
I mean, yes. Cool. Right.
Child star Ollie, I don't know.
If you didn't know, that video was actually made in this space. Before it became a studio, it was brick walls, no insulation, the outdoors. And the thing about this video is behind the camera, behind the enthusiasm while I'm actually recording the video, which is something that I'm quite naturally good at. You know, I love being enthusiastic with stuff. The thing about this video was the preparation for it. And the just go and do it mentality I had was like next level. So for context, I went to IKEA and I got 5 of the cheapest black curtains and hung them up around some of the walls to dampen it. I've like come up with the sketchiest lighting. I had bad audio.
Yeah.
2 cameras that were completely different, one of which was not even 1080p. And I just got on with it, and I was just passionate about doing it. And then obviously the passion while I was making the video, right? But like the thing that you don't know about this video was I was genuinely just hustling and wanted to do it and got on with it. And that is what I'm missing. You know, it's weird. I have all the tools. I have a comfortable office.
It's funny because if you go back and look at the video that I was talking about earlier, it was really, really inspiring. because he was trying to get that hustle back. The video that I was talking about earlier where he was like, this is what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to make 15 different channels. And he's trying to find that hustle, but I think he's just suffering from success. That's really all it is.
No reason not to come and do my job. But there's part of me, like I said, that I'm like, nah. And that's genuinely like, nah, not enjoying it. And it's not the video. I think it's Star Citizen, to be quite frank. Because there is some good in Star Citizen that I love and will always love. But the only ever playing Star Citizen for the rest of my life, I don't know if that's it, bro. I would, like, if I could stop and not affect my life and start again tomorrow with
classic blame CIG. It's not blaming CIG. It's blaming yourself for tying yourself to the game. I know the feeling.
a completely new channel and had time to, make it flourish or whatever. You know what I'd be doing? I'd be making car videos or motorbike videos. Because I love presenting. I love showcasing things. You guys have seen my ship videos. I love...
Oh my God, do it then, Ollie. Like I explained this to Emmy. I had this exact conversation with my wife. I was like, I was talking about like how I literally am not enjoying this anymore. And it's definitely around like the YouTube content. I love doing Week in Review, but anything else, I am struggling to sit down and actually want to do it. And it's because I am not passionate. Like the moment they put in some changes that will not be mentioned because it triggers the commenters. The moment they decided to make some changes that I think are going in the wrong direction for the game, I lost my passion for what this game will be. And that means I lost my passion for the game in a lot of ways. I'm actually regaining it back quite a bit doing Hathor solo. I find that to be super fun. So maybe like little piracy things or stuff like that. Maybe that's what's going to drive me to be excited about the game again. Is usually if you're bored in a certain aspect of the game, you should try a different aspect of the game and you might find something fun. Actually learned that through other EVE content creators who, when people say, oh, I was getting bored with EVE, this is what I was doing. And they said, well, go try and do something else in EVE and maybe you won't be bored. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's really smart. So I did that in Star Citizen and look at that. I started having some fun again. So, but I was talking to my wife about this and it was, there's just other stuff out there. And I was like, I love watching content creators. I was literally watching this before the stream. It's guys, it's like a 60-year-old college professor who is talking about shipping and loves merchant marine stuff. Okay? But he is so epically passionate about it that I am engaging with that. And yeah, it's called What's Going On with Shipping, if you want to know the name of the channel. It's so fucking good. And the reason it's so good is because the man is so passionate about what he's talking about, right? And he absolutely loves it. But when CIG makes decisions that are pushing people just to buy things and not make a good game, how the fuck am I supposed to be passionate about that? I can't. It's so boring. Like, and that's the part that it's like, if I am not engaging in it, I'm not excited about something, then it's boring. And I just keep looking at everything that I'm doing and I'm just bored doing it, right? I just look bored watching myself back. And I used to watch my videos and laugh sometimes and things like that. And it's just, that's how I feel right now too. I totally get what he's saying. Is all I'm thinking about is like how I want to play other games because this game sucks. Because this game is shit. And it's not going to be good for a long time, especially when they say they're going to make things better and focus on the current experience being better and then just continuously making more shit that nobody asked for and making it less good, right? Like Tier 0 item recovery, Lots of good things happened. But there's also like a billion annoying edge cases that happened with it that they rushed in and didn't think about. Stellaris soon, 100% Stellaris is on the horizon with 4.0. 100%. So it is what it is. And if Ollie's able to be passionate about other things, then go do those other things, and people will be drawn to you and be engaged with you because of that passion. You weren't a Star Citizen creator. The Star Citizen community came to you because of your passion. You can definitely do that elsewhere, or occasionally elsewhere, right? Like, I don't think you should go away from Star Citizen forever. That would be horrible.
Like, the dream is to be a Clarkson, basically, you know, because I love
well, good luck with that. But he's
environment. I love
enigma.
presenting. I love cars. I love that sort of thing. And like, this is not an application to the BBC.
And if anybody that I know could do it, it'd be you, Ollie. So, yeah,
become a Top Gear presenter. Although, if they're asking, yes, absolutely. But like, my passion, like, I don't want to, like, part of me is like, I don't want to be in the office anymore. I want to be doing something. And I think about it and I'm like, it's not the office. The office is comfortable. I have all the equipment. It's having to play and make videos on a game day in, day out that actually I'm only partly interested in, you know? So the whole point of this video, the grand point of this waffle video, is I really should just get off this. I'm sorry you had to stare at it for so long. Wait, go. No, that was right the first time. Is okay, over the next 6 months, over the next year, I'm going to just focus on becoming that version of me again. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I'm a great person now. I think, right? I'm not a nasty person. I'm a nice person. But like, I just miss that drive. I miss that enthusiasm outside of recording.
I mean, to expect to have the same drive and enthusiasm about something you've been doing for 10 years is also pretty fucking stupid. I loved poker. I ate, slept, drink, shit, everything poker. I became a poker dealer, and I worked at being one of the best I could possibly be. Everywhere I went, I was one of the best dealers in the room. The last place I worked was the first place I didn't feel like I was truly at the top. There were some really good poker dealers there. I loved that place, and I loved working there. That was one of the first times I was challenged to get better in a really long time. And I loved that. And I didn't have that passion for 7 years, let's say, right? And how do you challenge yourself again is the question. And it's not going to be making Star Citizen videos. I mean, that's probably the most challenging fucking thing there can be, is to make interesting Star Citizen videos right now.
You know,
so maybe, I don't know.
All I wanted to do when I made that video was make that video. And sometimes, at the moment, all I want to do is not be in here making videos. Unless it's like the Polaris, you know, for example. So, yeah. I hope I've got my point across. And if you want the TLDR, I'm just going to... Don't be surprised that I'm kind of changing things up a little, you know. And don't be afraid to check it out is all I would ask. And also, I really appreciate you guys, you know. By the way, just to... Because I know there'll be comments. Why don't you go out and do car videos or whatever? Because I have a life. And, you know, this is my job. I can't just stop what I'm doing and go. It's like you quitting your job tomorrow and going fishing for a living.
Yeah,
it's like
content creation. You can't search, you can't apply to other jobs very easily while you're already working one. Like, guys, I play Eve a lot. I really like Eve. I can't just start making Eve content. I don't think, at least. Very successfully and not failing. So it would just be like getting fired from your job. I don't know. It just doesn't work.
It's not going to make any money for a while.
Yep, that's the thing. Like for him, he's got kids. You know, it's like can't do that.
That's a really reckless thing to do. Like, this is my job. I have a family that I provide for, and I'd rather not mess it up. So, yeah, I'm just enthusiastic about showing things, and I enjoy.
But I think what he's contradicting himself in that statement, right? Because the kid who was doing the Switch review, what did he say? He said the only thing I wanted to do was make that video. Now you have a wife, 2 kids, a life, and all of a sudden you realize, that's not the only thing I want to do. That's not the only thing I want to do. You're never going to have that feeling again because it's not the only thing you want to do. The only thing I wanted to do was play poker. Then the only thing I wanted to do was deal poker. Then the only thing I wanted to do was stream. And then the only thing I wanted to do was make YouTube videos. And then I've done it for a while, and now I want to do other things, right? Actually, I don't. I really just want to make YouTube videos and stream. That's it. I don't want to do anything else. I really like it. My wife has to drag me out of the room, but I want to do it well. And yeah, it's you're never going to be that person again. So you have to understand that, like, if you want to go make car videos, if you want to go make motorbike videos, if you want to go do this stuff, then you have to sacrifice your wife and your kids. And I doubt that's something he's willing to do. But that's what that kid would have done, is he would have sacrificed his sleep. He would have sacrificed his time, his energy, everything. Oh, figuratively. Yes, figuratively. So that, like, when you're younger, you have less responsibilities, you have less things that you do, and you're able to just dive into that stuff, right? Knowing you, I think you could succeed with the streams, and I think objective. I don't know, man.
Right. And I'm not enthusiastic about showing the same thing every day. Star Citizen hasn't. I want to say hasn't changed. It absolutely has changed, but like,
it hasn't. It has not. Stop lying. Well, not lying. Stop lying to yourself. It hasn't changed. Fucking Pyro is Stanton. It's the same shit without a crime rating. It's the same thing. It hasn't changed. It literally has not changed. It's kill quests, fetch quests, mining, cargo, no economy, no reputation, nothing. Wickelow's cool. But outside that, no. Like, and Wickelow's cool, but the rewards are not for solo players. They're just not good for solo players. They have not balanced Wicklow well for group content versus solo content yet. And when they do, I think Wicklow will be much cooler, I think. But it's the same.
How many times can I walk to the hangar? How many times can I get in my ship, fly away, go to a mission, do the mission, come home? You know, I've completed it at the moment. I need to take some space so it's fresh again. You know, I'm too involved, man. I'm like so close up to the Star Citizen screen, it like does.
This is a blame CIG moment. Not from him. It's what he should be doing. It's not that you're too close. It's not that you're spending too much time here. It's that the sandbox of the sandbox doesn't exist. There's no sand in the sandbox. If the Star Citizen universe allowed more things to do outside of fucking missions, everything's a mission, it's so annoying, then it would be a lot more interesting to play. Therefore, it would be a lot more interesting to make content and so on. Right? That's the problem as far as content goes, is if you can't engage with the game on a daily basis, then you can't make content for it.
Doesn't look like anything anymore. Like, I'll be, for those of you that have got to the end of the video, because I'm about to wrap up, I will tell you something very honestly that I probably shouldn't say. I genuinely look to join various companies in a production light, and they all turn me down, quite honestly. And
Okay.
it wasn't because I didn't want to do YouTube anymore. It was because I wasn't sure if I wanted to, like, find something else to be passionate about. I wanted to find something to like throw myself into. And in some ways, I'm gutted I didn't get those positions. But in other ways, I'm actually kind of glad, because like, I don't know what I would have missed out on, you know, on YouTube. I don't think I'm finished. I don't think I'll ever be finished. And it's like, oh my God, I'm actually Star Citizen. In a weird way, you know. But just to give you full clarity and transparency of where I've been over the past 6 months, is like, I've had the conversation with myself. Do I really want to do this? Is this what I want to do? Am I actually passionate about making videos anymore? And I've contemplated those. I've thought about it, you know, and I'm still here. And after taking 10 days off, I've decided.
Yeah, but are you still there because you have to be, or are you still there because you want to be? Right?
Decided that I just need to accept the reality and find the passion, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. I look forward to reading every comment saying you should just go make car videos. Yes, guys, please. I don't have cars to review, please.
Yeah, I mean, and again, you will have to sacrifice everything in order to make that, because you have to continue making Star Citizen content while building that other stuff, and it's not easy.
So yes, I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is a very, very, maybe too honest look at my brain and like where I've been at. If you want the end here, is I feel good. I am genuinely, like, I always assume people can read between the lines, but in case you can't, I do enjoy my job. I do want to be here. I do like making videos. I do actually want to make a Star Citizen video tomorrow. But just know there's a little bit more to it I need, you know, and I need to find that passion. It's not as black and white as how I may have made it sound, you know. It's a bit more grey, but yeah, that video of the Switch that I watched back just really made me reflect and made me realize there's work to be done here, guys. And
I just don't think you're going to find passion in Star Citizen this year until they do something big. And we just don't know if they're doing anything big. Like, Jared is basically, you know, at the beginning of the year, towards the end of last year, I can't remember when it was, came out and said, we're not doing anything big, so don't expect anything big. But they also told us that they were going to fix the fucking game, and they didn't, right? So a passion creates burnout. No, when you lose the passion, it creates burnout. When you have passion, you cannot be burned out. There's no such thing as burnout when you're passionate. It is non-existent, right? What job do you apply for with 10 years of content creation as your resume topper? I don't know. Nowadays, it'd probably be a lot of things. But I was talking about it with Emmy. She was like, if you didn't do this, what would you go back to? And I was like, well, I can't just, learn a new trade or something like that. I would just go back to poker. It's easy.
And I promise to remain authentic for you.
It is. You don't know it yet because you're too locked in. I've been here for 10 years. You don't know me. Stop trying to pretend like you fucking know me, because you don't. I've been here for 10 years. I have gotten burned out. I've lost passion 50 different times throughout those 10 years. Please.
Because in a world where everything is fake and everything, like, You don't even know if authentic, like with AI and social media, what is real anymore? You know? So what if you got one promise from me is it will be always authentic. And that's a promise. I mean that. And I appreciate you guys very much. I know everybody says it online. I don't know if they mean it or not, but I actually genuinely mean it. I've been here for 10 years, some of you which have always been with me.
I mean,
and that goes beyond just content creator
here.
and viewer. That goes beyond friendship.
He literally even told us that he was quitting, basically.
And that goes to friendship, sorry. And beyond friendship, what does that mean? Are we married? So I just want to say that I do genuinely, I mean, you know who you are. You've been around for a while. And even if you're new, welcome to the squad. I hope you enjoy your time. And I guess I've just rambled on for 16 minutes. Sorry about that. Now go about your day, enjoy life to the full. And yeah, I'm fine.
I feel like, does this video resonate with anybody besides me? I always feel like content creator problems are just nobody else's problems. And they just don't, nobody cares. Because everyone assumes that our job is way better than their job. But if you didn't notice, he tried to get your job, right? He tried to get more of a 9-to-5. Because of there's something to say about consistency that is very, very nice. It's actually what I hated about poker. It's a tipped position. The hours are very weird. It depends on if it's busy one day, you have to stay late. If it's slow another day, you can leave early, but it's never consistent. Your pay is never consistent. Your life is never consistent. Some days you have to go in at 7 a.m. and some days you have to go in at 2 a.m. and some days you have to go in at 4 p.m. and it's just crazy. So like sometimes I strive for the monotony of, you know, more structure. But the outside of that, I just don't feel like our problems are anyone else's, so I try not to complain about them. And I know he was trying not to there, and this is basically just a like, like I can't make fucking Star Citizen videos every day. And yeah, I mean, go look at the history of his YouTube channel, right? Go watch the views be really high, watch the views go down, watch him start making Star Citizen videos and the views go up. And now the views might be going down. I actually don't know. They're probably the same or fine, and he's just getting bored because Star Citizen's trash. But it's actually like, what's funny is Star Citizen's probably better than it's been in years, but it's, again, nothing has changed. It's not becoming what we have in our minds, so it's totally understandable that yeah, he came from GTA, I know. And yeah, so I don't know. I totally get where he's coming from, and it's really something that many of you may or may not get, but I think it's just a PSA to his channel that, hey, I'm not going to be making too many Star Citizen videos right now because it's just not even possible, you know? He basically needs to survive to GTA 6. I think he knows what he's doing here. Is he just needs to survive to GTA, and then it's deuces for Star Citizen for a while, probably, maybe a video here and there, and that would be really healthy for him. So if, I wish you the best, Ali, always, and truly, but I totally get it. Making videos when you're not passionate it's one of the hardest things I've tried to do. And it's hard to explain to people. It's fucking horrible.